Are there new signs that Republican voters may actually be on board with the idea of Mitt Romney running a third time? New Wall Street Journal poll finds that 27% of Republican voters have a positive view, whereas 19% have that same feeling about Jeb Bush. Carl Rose, a former White House Deputy Chief of Staff for President George W. Bush and a Fox News contributor. Carl, good morning to you. A lot of numbers in this.
Morning.
First, react to what you're seeing, the Mitt Romney-Jeb Bush comparison.
Yeah, well, first of all, let's put the disclaimer. Very early polls at this point don't mean so much. There's going to be a highly volatile race, and it's going to take a long time, several geological ages before it begins to gel. But what I see in these numbers is this. 52% have a positive opinion. 52% of Republicans have a positive opinion of Mitt Romney. 15% have a negative. 33% don't think they know enough to formulate an opinion about him running for president. Jeb Bush has a 37% favorable, 15% negative, and 48% say they don't have enough information to formulate an opinion one way or the other. So both of these men start in a positive position, but they've got a room to grow, and the quality of their campaign is going to matter enormously. The other interesting thing is if you compare these numbers to the last similar rating in the Wall Street Journal poll, the number of people who are undecided has grown, and the number of people who feel positive has declined. Went from 60 to 52 for Romney, from 44 to 37 for Jeb, and the number of undecideds for Romney went from 27 to 33, and for Jeb, 44 to 48. So interesting dynamic there. When they started to be talked about in the race, right. People got a little bit more hesitant about making an opinion.
My head's starting to spin with all these numbers, but I'm going to show you some more, okay? Because Hillary Clinton in the same poll, look where she checks in. She's at 45% positive. Why would that be now, Carl?
Well, that's among all voters. And if you look inside the first hurdle she's got, which is the Democrat primary, I think she's like at 85-11. So the numbers I gave you were among Republicans for Jeb and Mitt, and for Hillary, the number is much better among Democrats. That's the first hurdle that they have to impact. The numbers are necessarily low among all voters for everybody because people are not that clued in on the general election. It's the partisans on either side who are starting to form their opinions earlier.
Let me go to this comment from Jason Chaffetz, a Republican from Utah. Roll this. Talking about Mitt Romney specifically. Go.
I think the public has buyer's remorse. I think they know that Mitt was right and Barack Obama was wrong. And on jobs and the economy, which is still going to be a top tier issue, there's nobody better than Mitt Romney.
Buyer's remorse in America? Do you agree?
I think there is some of that, but there's a cautionary note here. I think a lot of people look back and say, you know, he was right, particularly about foreign policy, or I think he would have done a better job over the last 2 years than Barack Obama's done. But Romney ought to keep his focus firmly on the future. He cannot make this campaign one in which the principal message is, you owe it to me because I was vindicated. What I said in 2012 was right. Downplay that, focus on the future.
You wrote in the Wall Street Journal, it's likely the most volatile, unpredictable Republican contest most Americans have ever seen. You're probably going to be right about that, Carl. Thank you for your time out of Austin. Enjoy the address tonight and the Republican reaction from Joni Ernst. Carl Rove in Austin. Martha.